Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palettes. I am Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Mike Palmer National Sales Manager Studios, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Look at that, man. Mike
Look at
Palmer,
that.
National
Look at that
Salesman.
high
Wow,
resolution background.
jeez.
It's sharp.
That was the background.
Tight.
Yep, absolutely.
The great thing about NFL football is if you have a Monday Night Football game, you can roll into the weekend with just no concern whatsoever. Like you're like, put on some red zone, crack a beer, light up a cigar. I got no worries in the world. I don't even care what happens
You
this
just have
weekend.
to
That's great.
double down on that Monday stress, though.
Yeah,
Mm. Oh yeah.
you know.
It's like listen, Bengals had a rough Tuesday, so
All right, so let me find if I can get to this picture here. We are talking about the warped Isla del Cocodrilo Corona Gorda, and cigar is 5 5/8 by 46. Comes out of the Tabacalera de Isla factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano. Binder is double Ecuadorian Habano 2000 and Brazilian Arapiraca. Filter from Nicaragua. It is blended by Kyle Gellis. Price point is $13. Cigar was released in July of 2024. So with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
listen, it was an average profile from beginning to end for me. Dry tobacco, some earth, cedar and oak, mineral spices as well, a little bit of black pepper, um, herbal qualities, medium strength and body in the first third. Um, Second third was a little bit similar with some mineral and spice notes, a little bit slightly more rough on that finish. But the final third was pretty much just right in line with that second third. It was just kind of consistent with the first flavor profile, just with a little bit of harshness. I had some issues with the burn and draw. I know you guys didn't. Made me made me think of like I don't know, Kyle's has worked with so many darn factories that it's just one of those. It's reminded me of those years when he had the burn issues with Thompson, and those reminded me of the issue. It's like um, different little things. So I just didn't have the best construction overall. So it just kind of really just kept that average from beginning to end. Look at that. We'll get to that score.
All right, John, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think overall for me it was above average. First third started out nice. It was sweet green wood to kick things off, and then kind of a mild earth and just woody combination on the finish. Retrohale light plus strength spices, so all pretty restrained get go out of the hopper. Dry wood kind of moved into the post draw as it settled in, and then some bread and spices in the retrohale, and then light wood and light spices at the halfway point. So interesting, good, engaging first third. I was like, oh, this is nice. Second third, I think took a bit of a step down in terms of overall complexity. There's still some good components there. Sweet bread, wood, a little bit of mildly dry wood in the post draw, some citrus sweetness adding to the complexity in the retrohale. A little bit more intense, and I think maybe some of that intensity offset some of the balance for the cigar. There's some tannins at the halfway point on the post draw. And then the last third, again, sort of stepped up in strength with the spices hitting medium sweet tobacco kind of in the middle. And then the wood had that sort of sharp quality to it. I don't know if people know what I'm talking about, but like when you taste wood and it's got sort of that sharp quality, it's not soft, it's not, so that was kind of the post draw. And then some medium earth joined the finish as it continued. So not unpleasant, but just again, I don't think it had the same balance as the first third. Like Seth was alluding to, Burn had a little bit of waviness through the first third, but I'd have to be a clown to dock it for that because like I'm not even thinking about reaching for my lighter. It was perfect, and then draw was perfect too. So yeah, it was kind of a surprise. It was a pleasant surprise for me, above average. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with toasted cedar, black pepper, leather, and some light earth. Got some mustiness that joined a bit later. Second third saw the leather become even with the toasted cedar up front, and then the final third saw the earth increase and take a slight lead in the profile. I thought the cigar had a nice start. Had a good combination of flavors. Second third dropped down a level as that flavor combination kind of tailed off a bit and kind of maintained that way the rest of the way. A decent cigar overall, but not something I really see myself coming back to with any real frequency. If that is kind of those flavors from that first third could have kept going a little bit longer, I could see coming back to it, but it just kind of tailed off after that first third. So yeah, not something I'd really come back to. Let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with John at 6.1. I gave it a 5.95, and Seth gave it a 5 even. So, John, how'd that 6.1 match up for you?
I think that's absolutely right on the money. And I think when we talk about sort of cigars being the sixes, for me, it's just shy of that point where I'm like, this is something I pick up again. However, I think I'd put in my summary notes that this is something I'd probably try in a different size because I think they've also got it in the Toro just to see how it stacks up. So a little bit of an exception there.
Yeah, my 5.95 matches up well. I would have, I just had a slightly snug draw. Otherwise, I would have been right in line with John at 6.1. But I need something past that first third to kind of keep me coming back to it. So it's going to be a pass for me. All right, Seth, 5 even.
Man, this was, this like the packaging, the whole name, the band. Should have put these on some cigars years ago when he was making some really good stuff because it would have just been like legit. It was just kind of it wasn't a bad flavor profile, but it was just one of those. There wasn't really anything ever going and never really took off for me. Just kind of blended in. Just that average. I mean, I was really average on everything. And that's just kind of, I guess if we went with bands, it would have been amazing. Very good. I like the whole crocodile thing. That was cool.
Right. Any other final thoughts from you guys?
Well, other than Seth, I kind of feel like this is probably one of the best releases of his sort of outside of Nicaragua batch. I don't know how you feel about that, Aaron.
A small batch?
Of the cigars he's been making outside of Nicaragua, I feel like this is the best offering he's done so far.
Oh man, see, I have to go back on this.
He's done a couple at that factory that that factory has even produced stuff for who is it? Jose Sayas, Matilde. Wasn't Matilde that? Yeah, like that factory every once in a while, it's like they'll give you 3 nasty craps and then they'll just give you a no wiper. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, we haven't we can't smoke everything from a brand, so there's probably some that we haven't smoked that might be good. We haven't checked out any of the these anniversary releases. I just have a hard time throwing down $26 if this is what we get for $13.
We already kind of spent a heck of a lot of money on some high-end cigars, so
yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, hope keep working it.
Yeah, it's almost like Nick Melillo's following in Kyle Gellis's footsteps. It's weird.
That's a good analogy.
So I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. All right. Wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Cocodrilo.